American way, throwing bets like haymakers. UFC fight night, no faking these heartbreakers. Punch stats, bankrolls, and scorecards never fold. 8 off 21 sports talking bold like this catch and go. Mike check, Eric saying underdogs got swagger. Weight counter champs got a granite jaw, won't stagger. Money on the line, bets as sharp as a dagger. Hot cops, bling, flashing lights, heavyweight bagger. 8 off 21, clash of minds, no surprise. Eric Blade in the ring, shouting nod, shooting high. Fight night dreams, cold cash gleam in their eyes. Betting broad, UFC calls on the podcast sky.
We have reached the part of the podcast and we're talking some UFC, and who better to come on than the person that looks at a picture of Kevin O'Connell before he goes to bed every single night, my boy, Wade. Wade, how you doing, my man?
Doing pretty good. Ready to dominate another show, baby.
You know, we hit the Ritter. Oh, I totally forgot. I had the Ritter last week. What else did I have? Trying to remember what else I had.
I gave the Ritter out with you, my friend.
I went 2-2 last week overall.
Yeah, I can't remember the other one that you hit.
So, I don't know. But you
that
know
was a good
what?
one.
That's
that was
the
a good
past.
one.
That's the past. Talking about the present. Talking about UFC Fight Night. Those tuning in for the first time. Obviously, something new. I broke down. I got the blue check mark. So this is going to be streaming on X on Friday night. So thank you for those tuning in. Make sure to check out the eTalk 21 Sports podcast, Apple, Spotify, wherever. We are each give out 3 bets. We give out a finish parlay, and then we make a DFS lineup. So let's jump right into it. We each have 3 bets, my friend. Bet number 1, lay it on me, my friend.
Yeah, I'm going to do a same game parlay of Tatsuya Taira money line with over 1.5 rounds in this fight. Taira brings a solid all-around game with multiple paths to victory. In 16 career wins, he has 5 by knockout and 7 by submission. He's coming off a split decision loss to one of the top fighters in the division, Brandon Royval, where he has 6 takedowns. Taira is a solid striker, landing almost 3 significant strikes per minute with a 60% accuracy. He also averages nearly 3 takedowns over 15 minutes, and he looks to work in the grappling to get you on the ground for a submission. Park is no slouch. He's coming in 10-0. They actually have fought a familiar opponent in Carlos Hernandez, and Taira finished him by KO in the second round, while Park submitted him in the first round. So it's kind of hard to figure out which way this fight's going to go. Park can strike, but his accuracy is far less reliable than Taira's. I think Taira is just much more accurate with his strikes, and I think he can outmatch Park on the ground at this stage in their careers. Park has never been over 50 significant strikes in a fight, and Taira hasn't been over 61. So I do expect this to go to the ground at some point, and I got this on DraftKings for -125.
I like it. My first one, and I'm coming out of the gate swinging. Give me Fletcher.
Woo!
Plus
Hot.
330. Now, Nakamura is coming in as a heavy favorite. That's largely because of his elite grappling wrestling pedigree, former under 23 world champion in freestyle wrestling, and he used his skill set to win his first 4 UFC fights. But here's the thing, his last fight where he's a lot of red flags. He looked lost. He didn't attempt a single takedown until the 3rd round. And when your whole reputation is built around wrestling, that's really baffling to me. It wasn't just a game plan that was confusing. It was kind of like his lack of urgency. He didn't look like he wanted to fight. His fight IQ looked like it was a 0. Did not adapt at all. Very robotic approach. He got clipped early, and from that point on, he chased big single shots, swung wildly, hoping to land something. That's not a recipe for success. Enter Nathan Fletcher, who is hungry, but built for these type of fights, came into the UFC as a submission specialist out of Cage Wars. Now, even though he dropped a split decision to Longrow in his last bout, many, including myself, felt that he deserved the win, the fight earned fight of the night honors. Fletcher showed he can push a relentless pace, mix in effectively grappling, stay composed. Stylistically, this fight could be closer than the odds suggest. Fletcher is the more active striker, better cardio, good jiu-jitsu, scrambles well, and is dangerous in transitions. His last win, he spent 40% of the fight controlling the position from the ground. If Nakamura is hesitant to wrestle again, Fletcher can absolutely capitalize on the feet. Nakamura, one-punch guy. Fletcher throws volume, targets the body, keeps pressure on, especially in the later rounds. I just like the mindset. Fletcher has spoken about how he feels very disrespected by the odds maker, coming in with a chip on his shoulder. I think that's key here. I think there's a clear path to victory because Fletcher needs to discourage Nakamura's takedowns early, keep a high pace, look to tire him out. If he can do that, there's a clear path. And I really think there's no world that Nakamura should be this big of a favorite coming off what we saw last fight. So number play, give me Fletcher here plus 330. Next one, my friend. Where we go?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a parlay of Esteban Ribovics and Kevin Vallejos. Got that on Bet365 for minus 120. I believe the Ribovics fight could be fight of the night between the two, between him and Elvis Brenner. Brenner is coming off a war, getting KO'd by Julian Alvarez, and he comes into this fight on a 2-fight losing streak, and it really doesn't get much easier fighting Esteban here, who is the cleaner striker, and he's bringing more volume with a higher significant strike differential. Brenner brings more volume behind his punches, but he has to land those first. Ribovics uses very good technique, and he should be able to avoid a wild shot from Brenner. Ribovics likes to pick his shots, working his strikes, and in 16 fights, he has 12 finishes, but 4 of those fights in the UFC have gone to a decision. So I do expect this to be a back-and-forth war with Ribovics getting more of the better of those exchanges. I do expect some fireworks here early with a possible finish inside of 2 rounds. I do think this is going to be a good live spot. Brenner is dangerous, and I really don't like betting against guys that are on a 2-fight losing streak. So I do think those are always good spots for live, and especially with Brenner being a dog, this is always a good spot to keep an eye on. And then for the Vallejos, I'm pretty sure everybody's probably on Vallejos in this spot. I think this is another fight that could be fight of the night here. Danny Silva's really good as well. But they're both exciting prospects on the rise. Silva is a well-rounded striker with strong boxing fundamentals, and he has a 100% takedown defense. Vallejos, meanwhile, brings a more explosive, dynamic style, and he's won 4 straight fights by finish. I think that'll be key, as Silva's ability to control the pace and avoid the KO early, as I expect Vallejos to bring a lot of damage his way in the first 2 rounds. Vallejos really needed only 14 and 48 significant strikes in his last 2 fights to get his opponents out of there. Meanwhile, Silva has gone to a decision in his last 3 fights. So I expect Silva to have more output. I think he'll probably have more significant strikes landed. But I think that's because he's gone longer in his fights. I do believe this is going to be a war between these two. But I think Vallejos is going to get the better of these two. I actually like Vallejos by decision at plus 240. I think that's a pretty sneaky look. A lot of people think he's going to KO Danny Silva, but I'd like to respect Silva a little bit more than that.
I like it. My next bet, I'm taking the Zelensky by KO.
Big dogs today.
Plus 320. And all right, this one hurts me a little bit because anyone that knows me knows I love Neil Magny, one of my all-time favorite fighters. 22 UFC wins, always game, always durable, has fought everyone in the division. But with that being said, I'm taking Zelensky by KO plus 320. He still has pop in his punches. He's finished 15 of his career 25 wins by knockout or TKO. We saw it recently in November when he put Zakarin away in the first round. Unpredictable. He throws heat. He can end the fight at any moment, especially with someone whose chin is showing some regression. And that's a real concern. He's been stopped in the first round in back-to-back fights, first by Peretz and then by Morales. Now, look, he's 38 now. You don't take that kind of damage at that age and bounce back the same. If selectively connects early, history says Magny may not recover. Zaletsky has the stand-up edge. This is where things get dicey for Magny if he's not able to push him against the cage. Zaletsky has an aggressive Muay Thai style, consistent movement with kicks, combos. It's just not the kind of striking Magny typically handles well. His best skill set has always been pressure and volume, but that's when he's faced true power strikers. It's usually gone badly. Now, when we talk about the odds, plus 320 to me is just way too high. When I price this out, I had it at plus 195. And when I saw this on Rivers, I had to jump on it. Huge upside given Magny's recent stoppages. Let's be honest, this is a crossroads fight with two guys combined the age of 75. I really feel whoever loses this fight is probably gone from the company. Now, look, we can make the argument Magny is a more rounded fighter, but at this stage of the career, coming off back-to-back KO wins, facing a guy with power and is going to throw some wild combinations, I'm going to take Zalewski plus 320 to win by knockout, TKO or DQ.
Whew.
Next one, my friend. Where are you going?
Wait, you want me to comment? You want me to comment on that? Because I don't know, man. I just don't know if Magny's gonna get knocked out 3 in a row. He has fought an absolute brutal schedule of fighters. He's fought the top of the division the last 2, 3, 4 fighters. He even fought Ian Gary like 3, 4 fights ago. Like, so the last 5 fighters for Magny are like a world class different than Zalewski. So I don't know. I feel like if Magny wants to get into that fight, he's gonna get knocked out. Yes, but I think he's gonna get knocked out 3 in a row. That's crazy, man. I just don't know. I don't know. Maybe.
I feel we got a hater in the building. A hater.
I can't believe you're doing this, and you're a Magny fan. I'm not even a Magny fan. I think he's gonna be smart enough not to do that, not to get into that kind of brawl again. But we'll see. It's not a bad look. I think the number is great. It's fantastic for the number, but.
Next one, my friend. Where are you going?
I'm just doing another parlay. I'm going to stay away from some of the plus money stuff we've been playing lately. I'm going to do Mateusz Rebecki money line with Rinya Nakamura. So we're going to go head to head here. Rebecki is one of the division's most underrated grinders, as we saw in his last war with Orobai. A relentless grappling style with a granite chin has made him a nightmare matchup for anyone. He averages 4.7 significant strikes per minute and 3.8 average takedowns. Though Duncan has been on a nice run and very dangerous, Rebecki is better everywhere with more power, and he should be able to find Chris on the feet. Duncan, who has been able to out-tough most of his opponents, I think he just gets somebody that's possibly at his level or even tougher than him here. Duncan does have some power, and he will look to strike, but he also likes to snatch up a submission pretty quick. So if Duncan does win, I'll just be shocked again, and I just won't bet against him again. But I think he's one of those guys that'll win a couple, then lose one, win a couple, lose a couple. And I just think Rebecki's the better boxer. He's the better wrestler. I think he'll be able to out volume him if they go 3 rounds. I do think an under 2.5 round prop may be better if you don't really like to take a side in this fight, because I think both fighters have upside in finishing. But I just think overall Rebecki's wrestling and the ground and pound can be just too much here for Duncan to overcome. Duncan's fought a couple guys that didn't have that much experience his last couple fights. Now he gets somebody who knows what they're doing. So I think that possibly might be if that goes 3 rounds, that will probably be the fight of the night. And then Nakamura, I just think he learned from his last fight. His last fight, he just didn't wrestle for whatever reason. If he wrestled, I think he probably would have run. He won. He just didn't try enough, and he did have a pretty tough opponent that actually has some skill and knows what he's doing. I think Nakamura is one of the most hyped bantamweights for a reason, especially from Japan. He really owes me because I did bet on him on that last fight, and I think he owes himself here to do a little bit better. He brings elite wrestling credentials with solid hands. He isn't afraid to exchange on the feet, as we saw in his last fight. Not saying he's very good at it, but he's at least solid enough to set up his strikes to help set up his takedowns. Both fighters have offensive wrestling skills, but Fletcher's takedown defense is pretty awful. So I think if he allows Nakamura to take him down too many times, I think that's where Nakamura can get him here. I just believe it's going to be a wrestling clinic by Nakamura. We might see 8, 9, 10 takedowns by him, but I just don't think Fletcher is going to have what it takes to keep him off of him. Sure, Fletcher at that plus 300 is not a bad look because he has, I don't know how many submissions he has in his career, 7 or 8, but he does have in his back pocket. So Nakamura is going to have to be cautious of putting his head in the wrong places and getting himself in the wrong positions. But I just think overall Nakamura is going to have too much control, too much power, and I think Nakamura by decision at -120 is also a pretty good look if you want to straight that play. So yeah, I just don't think Nakamura is going to lose 2 in a row, and Fletcher losing to Loughran his last fight is a pretty bad look. Even though I know it's a good bounce back spot for him, he's got a pretty dangerous wrestler in front of him.
My next bet, and I kind of did something different. I went Brennan over 1.5 takedowns at plus.
All right.
Okay. All right. So hear me out.
I like it.
He may not be getting a lot of hype heading in this one, but if you look closely at this matchup, this makes sense. He's a control heavy grappler going up against a high volume striker who's been shown he can be taken down. Brennan's entire approach is built around control and submission. He's got 11 subs and 16 career wins, averages 1.23 takedowns per 15. Now, he's not someone who might shoot a takedown, who needs to wrestle, but he's shown he will do this. Ribovic, I think it is an aggressive striker, over 6 strikes per minute landed, but that volume comes with a cost. He absorbs nearly 6 per minute and has a tendency to overextend. If you watch him fight, you know he likes chaos, and that's when Brennan is going to be able to shoot and get a takedown. Now, Marshall took him down twice. Loki took him down 11 times in a fight. That's not a typo. He was taken down 11 times in a fight. Brennan's not going to match that, but I just need 2 to cash this bet. Brennan's coming off a chaos loss. With that being said, he got finished at his feet, so I think we're going to look for him I think he's going to look to try to get this on the ground a little bit more. I feel that with the wild strikes, this fight is going to play in Brennan's favor because it's going to open up takedown opportunities. And I feel that after coming off a loss where you stood up and got beat down, you're going to look to go back to your roots and get this to the takedown. I'm not saying he's going to win. I just need 2 goddamn takedowns. And your boy Sasha last week, the guy he fought, his 2 takedowns was plus 330, and he got 2 easily. So I'm just saying, I'm going to take over 1.5 takedowns. That's it.
If you're a trend guy, which you're more of a trend guy than I am, I'm not really a trend guy, but every other fight that Brenner has been in, this is cashed. So he did not get any takedowns in his last fight because he got knocked the hell out. Which is weird. Over 3 rounds, he just could not take down Alvarez. But 2 fights before that, he took Oralby down 3 times, and Oralby is a very tough guy to take down. So yeah, I think this is a good spot for him to get at least 2. He's had 2 in every other fight. So this fits your trend.
Now, everyone's favorite part of the show, something juicy we just started doing because people like these parlays. We did a finish parlay. Now, this is kind of what we did. I am on Zalansky by KO, TKO, DQ. So we parred that with Rosa via decision and your boy Tahara by sub plus 1909. That's the parlay. We're not saying go crazy on it. We're just saying throw a little pizza money on it. You know what I mean? Throw a little $5 Little Caesar, little Caesars my way on it. That's all I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying, man.
Let's go.
That's all I'm saying. All right, sorry, dude. I was grinding, dude. I got this Brewers over 8.5, dude, and Andrew Vaughn is can be the death of me sometimes.
Stop taking overs, man. It's always about the under. It's always about the under.
Love taking over. Dude, gotta take the over in this one, man. Let's go ahead. Let's pull up our DraftKings lineup here. All right, man. Talk to me, bro. Who do you like?
Organize it by salary, as we always do. I can't believe those 2 are the top 2. That's wild. Go flip it the other way. Let's go the cheaper route first.
Fletcher. Look at that.
No. No. Please, God, no.
There's
If he
haters.
wins, I hope he wins for you, but I don't think he's going to win.
We just got haters in the building, man. We got haters in the building.
I think Brenner's going to lose, but I don't think that's bad for the price. But he doesn't score very much because he's just
No.
not. He could just wrestle a lot. Not Duncan. If that fight goes deep, Duncan's going to score.
And the thing is those my 2 cents with that is those guys fight, train together. They're at the same gym. Duncan's kind of been ducking this fight.
Oh, he knows.
Riaboli's been wanting this fight. Plus, he's got no neck. Duncan like searches for those chokeholds a lot.
Yeah, you're gonna have to flip to. We're gonna have to do everything expensive. What's the on the other end?
Let's start here. Okay, so you really like Valileos, correct?
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, I like him.
So you really like him.
Rebecca for sure.
You like Rebecca against Duncan.
I like Tyron. I like Tyron Ribovics, but everybody's too expensive. So I think those two we've picked are the safer of Tyra's got a risky fight. Ribovics has a risky fight.
All right, so let's go.
I'm fine with Zaleski. I do truly think Magny has a chance here.
Right,
Pete
fine.
Rodriguez. I think Rodriguez is gonna win.
You want to go Rodriguez? Okay.
I don't know if it's a good choice. I think Cornoli is gonna win too.
You like corner, but we did the Rose and the parlay, so we can't do that.
I know.
So the thing is we need a low budget guy. Okay.
Although I don't mind Rosa for a decision.
I mean, we got to go Fletcher. We got to go Burns. We got to go Park, Brennan, Duncan, Gore. We got to do someone in the 7,000 range.
I don't even love Rodriguez. Can we get Rodriguez out of there, and then can we put Brenner or Fletcher if you want? If you want to put Fletcher, that's okay. Just what if he gets wrestled for 3 rounds?
Yeah, so let's put Rosa in. I think Rosa is going to be able to get this done.
I think Brenner has a chance to go at least a couple of rounds. Brenner. I don't think he's going to get knocked out.
Takedowns.
Yeah, I think he's going to get some points. Now, how many points we got left? Now we can go up. Oh, I completely forgot about Pulev. I think he's going to win. I think he might get the knockout. If Klein doesn't knock out Pulev in the first
if we
2
put
minutes.
If we put in Pulev, at least 7,500.
No. Take him out. Take him out.
Pulev?
Yeah, what's up? What's above him? We've been doing pretty good on these DraftKings things lately too. So
Zalatsky.
Yeah, put Zaleski in there. Then what do we got?
No, the draft.
He doesn't score very many points though, does he?
No.
That's weird.
No, but just the way he fights, he's not going to score a lot because this is like takedowns, control time. So if we go with,
God, I almost would have rather take Brenner out and put Ribovics in.
What do you want to do? You want to take Brenner?
Then we're too expensive. We can't. We can't, can we? We can't take Brenner out and put.
Oh no, take Brenner out. And I'm sorry. Who did you want? I was sorry.
Ribovics, flip flop Ribovics for Brenner, but that's gonna take too many points away. I think
too much. So you like Pulev?
I think Rodriguez wins. I think Pulev wins. I think Cornoli has a good chance to win. I'm not sure she's going to, but we have Rosa in there, so that's fine. I think Pulev wins. Yeah, so I think
with the way our lineup is, we'd have to go Duncan. We'd have to go Fletcher.
Park's a damn good fighter. I just don't know what's going to happen there, man. Park could steal a win. He scores a lot of points because he strikes a lot. Maybe we just want to go Park. If you look at their points, overall points, Park's going to score some points unless Tyra just wrestles you to death.
That works for me, dude.
Unless you really want to. I'm fine with Fletcher. We can try Fletcher.
No, we can do this. Because Fletcher's make or break. If Fletcher loses, I mean, we're already taking a shot betting on him.
I just think Fletcher's going to be more of like a back and forth wrestling and grappling and shit than like striking and points. And
so let's go ahead. This is our lineup.
I don't love
Hart,
this lineup this week. I always feel
Rodriguez,
good about these.
Brenner, Rosa, Rebecca, and Vallejo. Wade, I'd like to thank you for coming on, taking time out of your schedule to talk a little UFC. Why don't you tell the people where they can find you on social media, my friend?
Yeah, just come check me out at Top Flight Wagers on all social media platforms. I have my UFC article is actually pinned to my X account, so come check that out. I did a write-up for the entire main card and the featured prelim. Appreciate you guys, and thanks for having me again, man.
Appreciate you, man. Make sure to check out this guy's Discord. I've come in now and then, pop in some stuff. The play I propped in tonight, Brewers and Nationals over 8.5, sitting at 6.51 right now. So just grinding out, man. So gonna follow. My internet's freezing, so I'm gonna let you get going. Best of luck. We'll talk soon, my friend.
See you.